Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are back with a foundation review. Today's review is going to be on the Loreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. L'Oreal did not fail me. They did go ahead and send me a PR package with these foundations in it, and I was so excited. It was the day after Christmas. I was totally sick, and the postman just came and dropped off a huge package. I'm thinking to myself, what is this? And then when I saw L'Oreal, I was like, oh no. Oh no, they didn't. I was so grateful. So thank you to L'Oreal for sending these to me. But I am doing this review for you guys, so I'll be completely honest with giving you the good and the bad. I love doing reviews because I can give you the good and the bad. I can tell you which foundation suits which skin type because I am a makeup artist. I've worked with a lot of skin types, so I can give you that perspective of a product because not each product is going to work for everyone. What works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. So I always keep that in mind when I do my reviews, okay? So yeah, let's go ahead and get on to this video. But before we do, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell right by the subscription button so you get notified when I do upload a video, and give it a like if you do enjoy it. So according to the chart that L'Oreal went ahead and sent with the PR package, there are 12 shades to select from. Here in Canada, they are going to be retailing at $19.99, which is kind of around the price that I would think L'Oreal foundations go for nowadays. You probably can find it a little bit cheaper at Walmart, maybe $16 or $17. This foundation is supposed to be complete full coverage, very lightweight on the skin, and it's supposed to last for 24 hours. So has a lot of claims. It's supposed to cover every imperfection and give you a fresh and natural finish to the skin. It is the foundation that I am wearing right now, as you guys can see, and I will definitely go over to a demo of me applying it, showing you my skin before and after on this foundation. Okay, so first let's go ahead and talk about the packaging. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is a squeezy tube, just like the Pro Glow and the Pro Matte, which I am a huge fan of, but this one comes in a longer tube, and I really like the fact that the I guess where you squeeze the product out of is shaped this way. You have a lot of control of how much product comes out of this. And honestly, this foundation has a thicker texture, so it's really easy to control the amount that comes out of this bottle. And at the back, again, L'Oreal still has that chart where they tell you what the foundation is going to do, how long it's going to last, and the finish of the foundation. When you squeeze this product, it has a very thick, moussey consistency. It really reminds me of the MAC Studio Sculpt foundation, but even thicker than that foundation and a little bit more moussier. Okay, so that is like the texture of this foundation. Usually I don't tend to go for foundations with that texture because I still have a little bit of dry patches, and I also have some texture to my skin. I feel like that moussey kind of feel to the foundation picks up on those areas, so I tend to stay away. I was really worried about that when I felt this foundation. When I do apply this foundation, I like to use a brush because of that moussey texture. I just feel like the Beauty Blender really doesn't buff it into the skin properly. It leaves it a little bit patchy. So I like to use a nice dense brush to go ahead and really stipple the product all over the face and kind of buff in the product and spread it all out. It already has a very thick kind of texture to it, so it's going to give you really good coverage initially if you are stippling the product and not kind of swiping it all over the place. Okay, so if you want the most out of this foundation, definitely bounce your brush up and down instead of brushing it all over the face, and it's going to cover up everything. In my demo, you will see that I have a lot of redness around my nose area. The sides of my cheeks, I had a little bit of a breakout, so I have some marks right there that I'm trying to cover up, and also on my chin I have a little bit of redness, and this foundation literally covered everything. You can't see any redness, and you can't see any of the darker scars from my breakout on my cheek area. It covers everything with that technique. And as you guys can see, yeah, this foundation definitely is full coverage in my opinion. It covers everything. It evens out the entire skin tone, and on camera it looks very beautiful. It just looks very like that flawless kind of look. That's what it looks like. Now in person, you will see the foundation on the skin. This is not a foundation, in my opinion, that looks natural or looks like, you know, skin-like. You could definitely tell you're wearing a layer of makeup. Some people don't mind that, and honestly, in my opinion, I don't mind it if for an evening wear, but definitely not on a daily basis. But for an evening wear, it is very, very beautiful and just kind of like gives you a very flawless kind of look. I don't feel like it's suitable for those with dry skin. Or a lot of texture to your skin, because it has that moussey feel to it. It does tend to pick up on dry patches or on textured areas. So I would definitely be careful. Get a little sample if you can. Usually drugstores don't give out sample, but if you can, I would try it out that way. Now, if you have normal to oily skin, I think this foundation is going to be a hit for you. Because it's going to really stay on and stay put. It does have more of a matte finish, in my opinion. I don't see much shine at all. I really went crazy with the highlight because I had such a matte finish to my skin, and it almost sets itself. You really don't need to use a powder. I do feel like this foundation is extremely long lasting and doesn't get oily at all. Like, no shine is coming through this foundation. It will pretty much stay the way it was when you initially placed it onto the skin, which is really amazing, okay? Especially for these moussey kind of foundations. I know I didn't have luck with the MAC Studio Sculpt because I felt like my skin got very oily throughout the day and it kind of moved around, but this one definitely sets itself and stays put. Again, it has a very thick texture to it, so the more layers you're adding, the thicker it's going to look on the skin and heavy. Use a small amount. Use the technique that I was using in my video by just bouncing the brush over the face, and it's really going to spread nicely and give you an even canvas. This foundation is not for everyone, for sure, and it's not something that I completely love. I love my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and I absolutely love the Infallible Pro Glow. This one is definitely not a love, but it's a like. I do see it great for those with oily skin and normal skin. But for those with dry skin, I definitely wouldn't recommend it. So there are definitely pros and cons there. This is going to be a full coverage foundation. So if you have a lot of blemishes, a lot of scars, it's going to cover it completely. And it's going to give you that very like airbrush full on, you know, look to the skin. I love this for evening wear and for filming. It looks really beautiful on camera, and even with flash photography there is no flashback, so it looks great in pictures. That is it for my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I kind of was able to explain the good and the bad about this foundation and who I think it suits best. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below. I will link the product in the description box for both Canadian and American viewers, and definitely let me know how it turned out for you, your opinion on this foundation. Out of the 3 infallibles, which one is your favorite? For me, I would have to say the Pro Glow. The Pro Glow is like out of this world. And I do have a review on both the Pro Matte and Pro Glow, so I will link them in the description box for you guys, so check it out. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao!